Talk a little Nebraska football real quick because the vibes around Nebraska right now are just at an all-time high, especially after seeing that tunnel video of them walking out to Skrilla. The swagger and energy around Nebraska right now is real. And on top of that, I know it's just NIU, but Dylan Rhule going for 247, 2 touchdowns was incredible. Best start since 2016 currently for the Cornhuskers, but I'm just telling you, man, this is, and I liked what Rhule said. He said, I refer to this as the preseason. We're learning how to win, because that's a thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. And Rhule, obviously, he has been a quick flipper of programs, but I love this. We are learning how to win. You don't just win. Winning is a culture. You have to learn how to do it, which is what I love. They said all successful programs learn how to win. From the smallest details within practice in games like this, treating opponents that are lesser than you with respect as if it's a big game. That's what you do. You go out there, you execute to the best of your ability, and that's what Dylan Rhule did with 209 yards in the first half, completing 13 of his first 14 passes, and 11 of those were actually in a row. You don't just walk in and win. You have to be taught how to win at a high level. That is what a lot of people don't understand, and that's why sometimes when programs that are doing well, that kind of deviate from what I guess you could call Alabama has their standard of, or the culture, is you have kids come in and they just think because there's a sticker on their helmet, they're going to win a game. No, you have to teach them how to win. There's little intricacies from running to the 20-yard line in a sprint in practice instead of stopping at the 19 and going back. And I know I'm getting into little details here, but I just love that he emphasized we are learning how to win, because he knows how to win, but he's making sure these kids do, and he's doing it at a great level. And you just got to be happy about this, because you have to think going forward currently with how confident Rhule looks and how much freedom he kind of has under Rhule. You got to be happy with this, because Rhule currently does not even look like a freshman, and you've only allowed 20 points through 3 games. Yes, your schedule isn't super crazy, but this is also the first time you've held 3 opponents to 10 points or fewer since 2005. The rest of your schedule is very favorable too, because we look at this and going forward, or the last 5 games of the season are where it's at. At Ohio State, UCLA, at USC, Wisconsin, at Iowa. But before that, possibly the biggest game of your season, obviously Ohio State and stuff is down there, but this Illinois game is an insane under-the-radar, huge game, and you got it at home. We got a ranked Nebraska-Illinois 3-0 matchup at 7 o'clock on Fox on a Friday. Going to be absolutely electric. After that, you go to Purdue, Rutgers at Indiana before that. If things hold and you win these next 4, you're sitting at 7-0. You haven't been to the bowl game. This rebuild is, I think, is farther along than we think. And you got to think, with how great that environment was for the Colorado game and how great it's going to be for this Illinois game, you have the best fan base in the entire country. And the swag around the team, the new complex center and everything, the recruits, why would you not want to play for Dylan Rhule? The energy around this place is magnificent. Rhule knows what he's doing. He is building this program from the bottom to the top. And I know this isn't a crazy in-depth thing, but I'm just really mind-blown right now by not necessarily the winning, but how it's being done. The dominant fashion on defense. The freshman looking like a veteran at quarterback, him allowing to have freedom at quarterback, the trust with him and Rhule, the team chemistry, the cohesive just nature of Nebraska currently at the moment is real. And I think we're seeing a fan base that has bought in so hard so many times, that's always there, finally getting the guy who understands Nebraska. And I think that's what it is. I think Matt Rhule knows Nebraska, and that's the difference. And this rebuild is going faster than we think. Even though it's only been 3 games this year, this team is so much fun to watch. They are compelling. They are entertaining. They are swaggy. They're juiced up. Dylan Rhule is awesome. I'm really excited because obviously I wasn't alive to, watch the great days of Nebraska. But I know who Tommy Frazier is. And I know I've watched a ton of y'all's old games. In my summertime when college football ain't on, I have multiple playlists on YouTube of just old watch. I watched an old Independence Bowl between like Ole Miss and Air Force this summer, I think in 1973, I believe, during a thunderstorm, back when you could play with lightning was still happening, and the players all look like a Hershey chocolate bar because they're all just covered in mud, absolutely up and down the field, just pouring down rain. But that I go back and you watch those old Nebraska games and just the vibe around the fan base and the team, and you kind of, I'm not trying to jump the gun on it, but you kind of feel that vibe getting back into Lincoln, and I'm just excited to watch Nebraska going forward.